I know things are not perfect. I got a water stain here. I got clouds piled up. I have a background that needs to be made better. And I have a body that's human. Yeah. Like this dot in the center of the circle. Yeah. There's a Shri Chakra. There's a dot at the center. Yeah. And my entire conscience, my entire universe. Yeah. From the dot to the layers of my world. Yeah. And then there's more. There are petals and 36 and yeah, so it's an entire construct. My world that I'm thinking it's a Mahameru. Yeah. Mahameru in the sense that which has me be great, become great, being and becoming great. Yeah. Um, and what I mean by great is when we say Ganga or Gau Mata, yeah, or when we say so Gau Mata is cow. Cows have 4 stomachs, yeah, and so also there are certain other organisms, 4 stomachs, yeah. And the thing is, when we say tetragrammaton, yeah, that's also coming from when we say king, yeah, king has 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 lines. Yeah, 4 lines meeting together at a point, with the left side being all straight and nice. And then it's about what we do at the right. Yeah, that's also, there's the heaven and hell. Given that we are standing upright and we have a heaven and hell, that we need to keep it together at the center of a dot. And then we have one that goes northeast and one that goes southeast. Yeah, northeast and southeast. And we got to do it right. Yeah, it's facing right. And we got to do it right so that what is left is not losing balance. Yeah, between heaven and hell, it's taken a long time for this human body to stand upright. Yeah, so we're not losing our posture. Our constitution becomes better over time. That's also how a king and a queen need to keep it together. Yeah. So the king and queen is represented by little me and big me, where little me is always a king of the matter. Because, okay, that gets a little odd. Yeah. Why? Because we always look up to the king. Yeah. We don't quite consider the queen as much, unless we are considering the person as a monarch. Yeah. In which case it's also an M. Yeah. Me, my world, king, all that comes together nicely. And monarch, yeah, has 3 here. Yeah. Like Queen Elizabeth, Victoria, Queen Victoria, and then again, Queen Elizabeth. There was also Queen Mary, we refer to as Bloody Mary. But our humanity across boundaries is also from requiring to clean the blood well enough. So our substance is not boiling with what didn't work or what worked. And then we are kind of going into heaven and hell. Yeah. And then humanity across boundaries would require a certain fine balance with the substance of love. Now, no idea what love is. So we'll cover the universal language of love. So we're slowly keeping the yellow fine plasma. Yeah, nice. Otherwise, we go into the red and blue. Oxygenated, deoxygenated, oxygenated, deoxygenated. Something's got to find the balance and keep the yellow, 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 all bright and nice, shiny day. Yeah, otherwise we keep going to, yo. All right. And Andromeda galaxies in different stages of merger with Milky Way galaxy. We got to keep the yellow up. Yeah. So the light of life is leading the path for us on how to live better while there are all these different changes happening. Yeah. Different mergers and new developments and all happening, and people thinking about new things. We have babies. Yeah. Amongst us, we have elderly people also thinking about what to do next. Yeah. They're also dancing now. Yeah. Strengthening their bones and all that. So got lots of changes happening. Yeah. All nice. So let's keep our yellow not getting dirty fellow. Yeah. Because when it gets dirty, life gets a little ew. Yeah. It goes a little red. Yeah. And then you're seeing doomsday and wanting to fly off and inflammation. But red is also a nice color. But then it takes a little perspective. Yeah. Before you can handle the red of the matter. Yeah. So let's keep it a little. Yeah. So while pink is like between a red and blue, yeah, slight, fine. So we have the best of both worlds. Our skin is all pink and nice. We like pink, yeah, than blue. Yeah, that is called cyanotic. So let's keep it a little pink. Pink of health. Okay. Now for that, my entire conscience, my entire world and universe, and in the entire Mahameru. Yeah, how to become great. G-R-E-A-T. Okay, I'll cover the alphabets of the language of life as I have, because then to live in life in the multiverse, yeah, I have a language for it on how I story my life. So you'll have to kind of cover, I told you it's a large language model. Yeah, so there are codes, like we have HTML codes, we have codes. When you put one dot with another dot, it dashes in a particular way. You know, a straight line is also many dots put together. A triangle is dots put in a particular format. A circle is dots put in a particular format. So as you connect the dots, life is seen in a different way. When there's also this game of, dot and dash, where then there could be an elephant, or could be a flower, it could be a fish. You will see my construct of life, or how to have a great life. Yeah. I call it as a MIC life, MCLIFE, where MC is Master of Ceremonies. Yeah. So how do I come up with all this construct? Once you're able to understand the language of, the alphabets, the codes by which I story my life, form the weaves by which I'm talking all of this, so I can have a great life, like a master. I can't say peace, a master life. You master life. Yeah. So you're not having to sleep off. Oh, no matter. Yeah. So you can be all nice and fresh and awake. Yeah. Okay. Now my entire conscience, my entire conglomerate science, yeah, all of this conglomerate science is inside the dot of the Shri Chakra. So you have the whole of this inside the dot. And then you have the Shri Chakra. Okay? So we're covering the basics here. And then the Shri Chakra, and then there is all the entire constructs. I was thinking like this. I could change that. As of yesterday, I transposed this with that, and I was thinking, put the whole thing inside the dot, and that's nice. And then I'm thinking, maybe the Shri Chakra is part of the Mahameru. And we've been looking at the Shri Chakra works, but can't quite understand this Mahameru. And so we've stuck with what works. So this is like, you have the dot, and I say no technology. I'm saying N is inside and O is outside. So I'm just wondering if the Mahameru is inside and outside. Yeah. Okay, nevertheless, you have that thought. I know. I told you it's a large language model, but this whole thing called reality and all of this would make sense. Because people are even peering at stars and galaxies, and then I'm going, how I wonder what you are. We have found only 8 wonders. When we have leaf blooming, yeah, a flower and a bee, we got birds, we got breath, and we have such a big human body. Yeah, but WHO list of diseases listed, not having figured out how this body works really. Like a lot of wonders. Yeah. So let's start beginning to get our dots together. Yeah. Dash it in particular ways. We may have formed a higgledy-piggledy construct of reality. We've got to get our Lego pieces together. Yeah. This has been one of my pet peeves since quite some time. Yeah, we haven't gotten our Lego pieces together. And I've been saying adults don't really know what they're saying. Yeah. And then I went into what have they not really figured out? What do they not know really what they're saying. And then I figured there's a whole construct, yeah? History and her story worth of construct. And then I discovered it's a baby's worth of construct. Yeah, babies see even an ant in such a big shape that adults will be wondering, what in the world are you looking at? Yeah. So this is like, have you seen pictures where babies are teaching adults yoga? Yeah. So I've been saying it takes a baby. Okay, it takes a village to grow a baby. It also takes a baby to grow a village. Yeah. So this is my babies. Yeah. As I go home, I wonder what you're doing, how you walk, why you walk, why you stand, why you do that. Ask questions. So people, adults, parents, they've been having a difficulty asking questions. I went beyond that limitation. A few years back in the advanced course of landmark education, and then I've never stopped asking questions. They even call me doubt asking machine. Yeah. So I have 14 questions in my arsenal. Yeah. There are 14 squares in the Shri Chakra. Yeah. So I got something by which to address WHO list of diseases. Yeah. Okay. On that note, we actually covered the K, which I said I will cover in the previous video, which I've posted. Yeah. And I called it, oh, great. Okay. I've called it, I am Miss World and Miss Universe at once. And when you get my construct of reality, it will also be easy for you also to be Miss World and Miss Universe and what have you. Yeah. So you already wear the crown and not having to wait for somebody else to then tap your back and acknowledge you and then say you're doing a good job or not. You take care of yourself and you have what it takes to take care of others who haven't yet figured out all of that. Yeah. So, and why I say Miss is management information system. And there's one more S. You're going to meet that S by which to hook all of this information, yeah, with the dot. So whatever information you have, to hook the information to the dot. So your relationship with everything is getting better. Otherwise, it's like off the hook. And then you're like, oh God, how is this related to everything? Yeah. And you're dealing with another challenge. And you could go fly off into the vortex in searching of what does this mean? While you have your entire world here. Yeah. And you have one something that then gets your attention to the point of distraction. Yeah. So, and you go flying off. You have Superman and all of that. Yeah. Forgetting your chaddi, your basic underwear, your basic fabric. And you got to have the Superman to remind you that you have your basic fabric, your bum in the whole, like your human body. We have a hip with holding our upper and lower, like heaven and hell together, yeah, on earth. So Superman is wearing the underwear outside, yeah, to maybe remember, don't fly off. You have an entire following, yeah, the cape, follow you, don't fly off. Keep your feet on the ground, stand tall. It's taken a long time for the human body to form this shape, yeah, and not fly off in flights of fancy. The image of Hermes has wings here and wings on the legs, talking about, conveying wings in many places to convey the idea that, conveying messages between heaven and hell. Yeah. And then there's on earth, have the human body. So on earth. So we have lots of messages from all kinds of places, which is why the idea of the dandelion head makes sense. We are having YouTubes connected to everything. Yeah. It's called muscles. From the framework of the bone. Yeah. We have muscles connected to our skin. Yeah. At least. And then we have what we can't see is, for example, the relationship with all that there is. Yeah, we got so many layers of people. We, ours, us, UI, even with technology, we have a relationship. I mentioned it as UI, yeah, user interface. But that's also technology, all kinds of things we use. Subjects and objects and planets, galaxies, stardust, all kinds of things, yeah? So we may have forgotten, it's like we have our attic worth of a lot of information, yeah? And there are things we think about and don't think about. And so we kind of have dust sheets across some things, yeah? Because you're busy dealing with many other things. And so there's this video that says the difference between a male brain and a female brain. And they say the male's brain is about, there's a nothing box in the brain. And it's constructed that way, yeah, where everything is not connected with everything, like in a female brain, because they just don't care, yeah, or don't care enough, or they care, but it's about, I care so much, and then I don't care, yeah, because there's a difficulty in being able to manage the cares. So in that sense, when I look at WHO's list of diseases, and the males and females, yeah, having different kinds of disease experiences, I'm thinking females also have a kind of male kind of brain. Yeah, but they care about some things, don't care about other things, and everything is related with everything. Depends on the constitution, your conscience, the conglomerate science, the clarity of your conscience is accordingly how we are a eukaryote versus a prokaryote. Yeah, you have pro-life, yeah, versus, oh, it's a eustress and there is distress. Yeah, it's more like a inferiority complex and superiority complex. Both are related. Yeah. So you have a happy life. Yeah. It's all eulogy. How beautiful. Yeah. It's all the eustress. Yeah. Good stress and all that. Eukaryotes. The difference is in the cell, there's a cell and the nucleus is inside, forming a boundary from the rest of the cell. Yeah. And a prokaryote, okay, eukaryote also have many strands of DNA held together by chromatids. Yeah, also. So there are many kinds of relationships. And they're inside a membrane, nuclear membrane, that keeps it separate from the others, from the rest of the cell. And the cell is then separate from the rest. The cell having a membrane is also true about prokaryotes. But for prokaryotes, they have a single DNA in a circular format. Yeah, in connection with the protoplasm. Yeah, or the fluid that maintains the cell alive. So there's a difference between singularity and plurality. Yeah, so what I call as artificial intelligence and original human intelligence. Yeah, but I kind of get all of this together and I have one DNA, one life. Yeah, there are many strands and not getting all entangled, yeah, in our relationships. And the best part about my world is like you have the best of both worlds. I'm a eukaryote and prokaryote. Yeah, because I got the relationship with life all fine. So what then happens is I'm like this egg. Yeah, so sometimes get a little cookied from interacting with other people, and we form a little Maillard reaction, and you get a little cookied. You know, the sugar gets a little caramelized. Yeah, and a little, you would say diabetic, not diabetic. It still forms a crust. And then you got to, so you can recognize, oh, this is where I end and another begins. Yeah, like we have a skin. Yeah. I even have a color to my skin. Yeah. And then I maintain the quality of my skin by becoming a prokaryote. So I'm, breathe between eukaryote, prokaryote. So I'm pro-life maintaining it all fresh and nice. Yeah. And by regularly examining my relationship like a dandelion head with my relationship with everything. Yeah. So these two kind of make sense. Okay, we will come to where Earth is a good, nice representation. Yeah. Earth has many layers and is also having a relationship with the sun and planets and galaxies and what have you. Yeah, all that there is. There's also multiverse and universe and yeah, lots of fractals. Earth is a good, nice representation. So I'm trying to draw Earth. It's going to be, you can look at Earth. Yeah, it's beautiful, really nice. And like night, in the night, when you see a picture of Earth, you see when it's night, people turn on the lights and you have little things there. That's like how when we look at the sky and we see stars. Yeah. So we have the idea of stars and galaxies. And then you have on Earth, yeah, when there's a little more clarity, it's more like, oh, you're not just a blip. Yeah. Like the stars are not just a blip. So singularity is like this. Yeah. So when there is clear, you're seen like a star and they go, how I wonder what you are. Yeah. So it is also important to speak your matter. So then they would kind of look at, yeah, that is, of course, when you're ready to be seen in any composition of who you are. So which is why I thought it becomes easier to present the matter of my conscience. And then you will be able to see what is your stage of development, where are you, how clear you are about what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing. So your conscience, the dot inside me, the little me, you, the little me, you, is very clear. Yeah. So otherwise, you have your big me, like higher self. And we're all saying, oh, higher self, higher self. Yeah. The higher self is more like the God and the demon, separate. If I can see it, and you could go into heaven or hell. Yeah. And you could become goddess or demoness and not be the human that you are. Yeah. So one way for you to recognize if you're getting cookied, caramelized, diabetic, having a little lifestyle concern would be because are you experiencing a goddess, yeah, goddess, or demoness? Both are related. It's like day and night. Yeah. So you could be a higher self me. Yeah. And you got to figure out your gods and demons. Yeah. So you may have gotten a little cookied, and accordingly would be your relationship with all others. It changes a little bit. Yeah. Where you can listen to somebody or not, depending on, I'm bigger. I know something better than you. And so I cannot listen because I've gotten a little cookied. I cannot listen some things because this is how I'll relate to you or to life. And so I can listen to something, not listen to some things. And some things are not becoming possible. Yeah. Because your me has gotten, you're not singularity. You become a little duality. Yeah. Little me, singularity, where it is all clear. Yeah. And not in you. Yeah. You're one without a second with your own self. Yeah. And then versus me, duality. Yeah. It's like 1 minute. Yeah. And then it's like just a little bit. You're not like, oh, now. Yeah. 1 minute, a little bit. So duality. And then you're having to deal with a little bit of stress. The further you go up here, depending on where your positioning is, so much more delayed you are. Yeah. And so much more there is unclarity, a little clouded. You have your own visualizations and hallucinations and all that. Yeah. So to get the eyes of the matter, is the reality of the matter clear. Yeah. You need to get your me clear. Yeah. And to get your me clear, me is then is. You have your two eyes, Isis. You see reality with equal equanimity. Yeah. Otherwise, you could get squint-eyed. Yeah. And that's not bad. It just means you're in different stages of researching the matter. You're seeing things differently, and you're in different stages of researching the matter. And once you kind of get it all together, then you have your left and right. Yeah. Or you found a way by which to get things together. That's also good. Yeah. So maybe this would give you a little pause and have you think a little bit about disease from a new perspective. Yeah. And then we can start looking at what it would take for us to go beyond diseases listed, that WHO has listed over several years. Yeah. So next, in the next video, I will talk a little bit about healthier natural breathing, because there's a lot of information. We got to digest it. Yeah. So me, little me, breathing healthier naturally. Yeah. So our relationship with K, when I say K, it's like the tetragrammaton. You have, I spoke a little bit about K here, but there are 4 parts. I call it mama, papa, baby, idiot. Tetragrammaton. And all of that is inside the composition of little me and big me. And my world is formed from my relationship with these 4s, mama, papa, baby, idiot. Yeah. And me, has a tail touching nothing in particular, because that's how our body is composed. The coccyx is particularly not touching anything much except the muscles and tendons, but not the bony structure. Yeah. Free. So to that extent, when nothing is free and clear enough, yeah, then everything becomes free and clear enough. Yeah. Otherwise, we have our basics, everything requiring money. Yeah. We don't even find vegetables in our fruit stalls. They don't sell vegetable salads. They sell fruit salads. And people have diabetes and glucose concerns and all of that. So our substance is not getting nice, fibrous enough, with substance, because we're not eating much vegetables. You're talking about fruits, even during dieting practices. So hopefully this video is going to inspire somebody to think about including vegetable salads in their fruit stalls, because then you'll become more people of substance. Yeah, men and women of substance. On that note, so the force, the K, to be made more clearer, and I will then slowly talk in terms of S. So HIJK, LMNOPQRS. Yeah. So HIJK, LMNOPQRS. So we'll start from S. We'll also cover S. So after the K, we'll slowly start connecting the dukkha with the sukha. And then we'll get the S. We'll start hooking the matter, the relationships, find the relationships together. So it becomes easier to, I can't say connect the dots. It's more like hook the dashes. Yeah. So your world is more sorted out. Yeah. And then from here, like the middle ground, kind of like yours, the we and us bit, the collective and the personal become more sorted out. Yeah, it becomes more easier then. Okay. So K, I make the K more clear. So the force, because that K inside the me, inside the dot, yeah, me, yeah, inside me becomes how our sick economy, several of our sickness is coming from our relationship with mama, papa, baby, idiot. Yeah. To our stories are woven by basically our relationship with these 4 characters. Yeah. Mama, papa, baby, idiot. So then it becomes easier to re-find your why, to be connected with all that there is, your subjects, objects, technology, different things. So then we begin to start sorting the matter inside out. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this has been of value to you. Good day.